What's up, guys, and welcome back to Rougefx. Today we are going over GBP/JPY. This is indeed a loss. First, I'm going to show you what I was kind of aiming for, and then I'm going to show you a bit of a more corrective approach to this particular setup. I do appreciate every one of you for tuning in. Without further ado, let's get started. So as you can see, towards the left, we very much have a weak low as well as a weak high. This is going to count as my point of interest. In whichever case, this is presenting as a bearish rejection block. As you can see below that, we have a liquidity grab being, in whichever case, taking place. Now, if you look left, we have a bit of, in whichever case, structure consolidating in a demand zone, right? What kind of demand zone? Well, I was really kind of identifying this as maybe an imbalance within price. If I very much transfer the volume within, in whichever case, this bullish rejection block, we very much have a bit of a mitigation. Let me kind of zoom in. Yes, we very much have a mitigation sequence kind of taking place. We very much got 1, 2 taps. Price essentially leaves a weak low and performs a liquidity grab and continues towards the high, right? Well, as you look left towards this unmitigated wick, we very much have or in whichever case, numerous taps on or within the fair value equilibrium, as well as a tap on the first level. It is very much important to understand that price can very much print a confirmation shoulder at the very last second before making its intentional move, right? Obviously, after leaving liquidity in sell stops or in whichever case, a equal low. Very much take that in consideration before dismissing or disregarding equal or slanted lows or highs. It's very much a vice versa kind of thing. I very much saw in whichever case, quick opportunity for money or a chance at instant gratification, right? I saw the mitigation sequence and said, that looks like an easy buy. Let me see if I can take my chances and very much, in whichever this case, get an early entry, maybe an effortless entry, maybe leave a buy stop, or in whichever case, those of you breakout traders that very much like to do breakout trades, but you're very much trading against the overall trend, right? Again, while I'm waiting for a mitigation sequence, price very much leaves in whichever case, slanted, it looks like a slanted low, right? So that can just be last minute liquidity just to be tagged or rated. Of course, we very much have sell stops towards the left. This is very much going to insinuate our liquidity grab. And I mean, if I'm being honest, we very much have a pretty significant area for maybe even a possible fair value touch, right? So if you will allow for a minor adjustment, price tags liquidity at a fair value equilibrium and continues towards the highs. That being a trend line, maybe even slanted highs. We even have an inducement in a 3 candle formation, right? Guys, it's very important to understand that losses are the key to understanding yourself as a trader, understanding yourself from your emotional body, or as well as, I should say, your mental body. Understand, my friends, if you're going to trade, you're going to take a loss. You know, you have to develop your strategy. The only way to develop a strategy is to acquire the very much needed experience to, in whichever case, not make silly mistakes, right? In whichever case, letting a mitigation sequence kind of fool me into thinking that, price was very much going to bend to my will, right? Very much sadly mistaken, right? I do appreciate every one of y'all for tuning in. I appreciate the love and support. Thank you guys for the love and support in the comments below. I do provide mentorship through my membership program. If you guys have any questions, DM me in the Discord. It's going to be a private community, very much for traders to improve overall, as well as a safe haven for those that are actually, dealing with in whichever case, traumas or mental issues, or maybe just need someone to really kind of talk about trading with. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, after a certain point, trading does become boring, but not necessarily to the point to where it's just not, you don't want to do it. Of course you want to do it. It has like in whichever case, a rush. It's like playing in whichever case, a DayZ, a PlayStation 5 game. It has a very steep learning curve as well. However, when learned, as well as, you put the time and effort into it, you gather the necessarily knowledge and experience and, obviously the confidence. You become in whichever case, infatuated with the rush. But I mean, in a bit of a competitive sense with, in whichever case, yourself, right? Because you are taking calculated risks and you are very much taking a chance, right? It's heads or tails. Are you trading a mitigation sequence, or is price going to perform a liquidity grab? Guys, I want you to really understand how powerful this in whichever case skill set can be if taken serious. If, in whichever case, understanding that your order block or rejection block is just a mechanism for looking for liquidity to initially be grabbed or rated or mitigated from or mitigated towards. That's very much enough explanation. I do appreciate every one of you for tuning in. Thank you for the love and support. Until next time on Rougefx.